All right, let's turn our attention to sports now. This is how great of a season the Lloydminster Bobcats are having. So halfway point of the season, already just 4 wins shy of last year's total.
Which is really amazing when you think of it. Of course, last season was a dark time for those Bobcats, a year removed from the Brian Curran era. Well, tonight they get to host their former Bobcats coach and the rest of the Drumheller Dragons. Matt Schumont has more.
Already at the midway point of their season, the Bobcats currently sit in a tie for third with a 16-12-2 record, a position the Cats say is a good spot for them right now.
I'm happy with, what we've got in the dressing room, the character, the skill, the work ethic, determination. But I still think if we're looking back, there's probably 3 or 4 games we'd really like to be able to play again. And had we have won those 3 or 4 games, we'd be a lot closer to second as opposed to battling for third.
I think we got a lot more. We gave up a bunch of games that we shouldn't have gave up in the season, and hopefully in the second half that doesn't happen, and we just get ready for the playoffs and get ourselves in a good spot.
Heading into the season, this was a team that would have to score by committee, and it has shown, averaging just over 3 goals a game and having 6 players with at least 8 goals.
Everybody's chipped in, everybody's contributed. When you look at the PK, and guys like Bench and McDonald and Dunkel chipping in, just tremendous work ethic, and that's won us some hockey games, and obviously that's easy to build off on your bench. When you got guys that are scoring every second and third game, getting a shorthanded goal, and you're right on the top in the league.
With our systems, it allows us to be pretty offensive. So it's a bit of a surprise, but not really. You had to expect it to be better than last season, of course. But it's nice to be up over that 3-goal-a-game mark.
Now the Cats will look to extend their winning streak to 3 games when they take on former bench boss Brian Curran and the Drumheller Dragons.
Whenever Drum's in town or we're playing Drum, it's a war. They're a very physical team. We know how they play. They like to play in your face, so it's going to be important for us to stay out of the box and not get into their games. And whenever Brian's here, it's always fun to play against him. So
we definitely didn't play a good game the last time we played him, and so we're definitely looking to come out and have a good one on Friday. So
puck drop for tonight's game is at 7:30. Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Bonneville Pontiacs faced the Drayton Valley Thunder for the second time this week. Last meeting, the Yaks went on to the 7-4 victory. Puck drop is set for 7 o'clock at the RJ. Now the Lakeland Rustlers basketball teams are in their final weekend before the Christmas break with a rare Thursday night tilt last night against the Concordia Thunder. And we'll start with the ladies. In the third, Rustlers up by 8. Amanda Carlton drains the 3. Rustlers now up 31-20. Concordia would start chipping away at that lead. A turnover at midcourt leads to a quick bucket for the Thunder. Cheyenne Walton with the 2. It's now 37-31. Dying seconds of the quarter, Cameo McCurley in the high post kicks it out to Carlton, who drains another basket from downtown. She'd finished with 13 points. Rustlers up 42-31 after 3. The Rustlers would put this one away by a score of 61-44.
Second half, we got a lot better. We took care of the ball a little bit more and made some layups. We were pretty disappointed with the start, so hopefully on Saturday we can play a full game, and that's just mental focus for this team.
Hannah started off really well, and as shooters, her and I feed off each other, so when one of us is hitting, it makes the other one hit, and I know for me personally it was just a lot of self-talk, because I know I'm a great shooter. I just got to be able to have the confidence and not second-guess any of my shots.
To the men's side, Rustlers just 1 point ahead of the Thunder in the standings. Travis Blacker helping the cause, draining the 3. Then Calvin McGrew launches the long 2 of his own. Rustlers would be in control for most of this contest, leading 58-35. The Thunder would chip away at the lead in the fourth, cutting it to 13, but the green and gold hold on, 89-70.
You want to distance yourself from the people below you and obviously make ground over the people that are above you. And Concordia was right there with us, so this win tonight was really good in that respect. And we got a tough game on Saturday. We go into their barn, and they're not going to allow, I think, what happened tonight to happen at their gym.
I feel like we were ready for this game, and we're trying to end the first half of the season over 500, and we have to win these games, and that's just how it is.
All right, and tonight the Rustlers keep that momentum going, this time in volleyball as they host Red Deer College. The women will start up at 6 o'clock, followed by the men at 8. The 7th annual Boundary Ford Curling Classic got underway this afternoon. The 22-team draw includes the likes of Amber Holland, Cheryl Bernard, Jill Shumay, and the 2011 champ Jessie Kaufman, just to name a few. Now, they'll all be on display tonight, but first we'll see who they face. Carrie Galusha was on the ice, taking on Shanna Martineau in the afternoon draw. First end, Galusha with hammer lying 1. Her rock gets past the guard, however, her raise is just short, giving her only a single and the 1-0 lead. Second end, facing 2, Martineau will catch the red stone and hold for shot, tying things up. So we'll move to the third end, where Martineau is lying 2. Galusha going for the double takeout here with her hammer. However, her shooter will roll to the back, and I mean back of the 12, leading to a steal. Martineau now up 2-1. In the very next end, Galusha would need a draw for the full 4, and she does that, making it a 2-2 game. They would trade singles all the way to the 10th end. Well, currently it's still tied up at 5 apiece.